Something we're all excited about, college football start the countdown 10 days away. News broke today, which was kind of funny. My old stomping grounds, Rapid City, South Dakota, we covered the Nebraska Huskers quite a bit. Scott Frost was supposed to be the savior. He has had 3 very lackluster seasons, 3 losing seasons since he returned to his alma mater. Remember, he was the king of the castle, right? After leading UCF to that undefeated record in the bowl game win. He gets busted today for like holding extra practices outside of the protocols during the pandemic season, having like consultants that aren't allowed by NCAA rule to be with the team. And what you're doing all this and you could still only get 5 wins. Scott, he's under investigation. What the hell is happening at Nebraska? This was the king of college football in the Osborne days. Now they can't even sniff a 6-win season. You got Bill Moose, the AD, stepping down this summer. Read Brett McMurphy's report. He's the one who broke this today. Random coaches are leaving over the past year. Scott Frost is saying one thing. The Lincoln Journal-Star is reporting another. They wanted to pull out of the Oklahoma game, this game that they put on the schedule that was supposed to have the 50-year anniversary of when they played in 1971. They're trying to get out of that game. They are going to get dropped by 60 to this Oklahoma team. But the Huskers, just an absolute mess. Is Scott Frost going to get suspended? That might help them maybe get a win. Their first game is actually coming up in 10 days against Illinois, who's fitting in a new coach because they had Lovie Smith for way too long after he did nothing with that program. Speaking of Oklahoma, I love them this year. Big 12, Texas and Oklahoma leaving for the SEC. Texas is just the little dinky boat on the yacht that is Oklahoma heading to the SEC. I don't think Texas is going to do anything this year. I don't think anyone's going to touch Oklahoma in their conference this year. So that's why I like them as minus 200 around that, shop around for a line to win the Big 12. They're going to be playing for the title. They win almost every year. Lincoln Riley, Spencer Rattler, lock it and load it. Same with Ohio State. They're like only minus like 215, Big 10. That's their conference. This new guy, Stroud, I believe, is a redshirt freshman who's leading the current quarterback battle, according to former BC guy Ryan. Is it Ryan? Yeah, Ryan Day. Almost made him Darren O'Day. Ryan Day, head coach of the Ohio State Buckeyes. Here are some. This isn't Corbet's, but I did do some digging. And, of course, we always got to hammer the over for Boston College. You've heard me say now for a couple of months, looking at their schedule, I think they have the possibility, if they have healthy season and they play to their caliber with that roster and what Jeff Hafley has put together, they could go 11-1. The one loss at Death Valley, Clemson. That's got to be a loss, right? Their over-under is 7.5. Last year it was 6. Hammered that, easy win. 7.5, giving them a little bit more credit this year. I still like that over. Again, with Phil Dracovic, Zay Flowers, who I see is on some certain boards for Heisman. This in the nasty defense, year 2 under defensive mastermind Jeff Hafley. We've got a transfer from Florida State. Love BC over 7.5. Speaking of Florida State, let's take their under 5.5. Iowa State too they were like number 7 in the AP pool. Huh? I'm taking their under 9.5. I'm not buying that. I think I'm not so sure about that. Again, they're still going to lose to Oklahoma. They might get snipped by a Texas. Big 12 is still not very good, but I think 9.5 for Iowa State. We're not just locking them into a college football playoff all of a sudden. The AP poll always messes up. They always overrank someone super high, and I think Ohio State is the guy that is kind of snuck in to that top 10 that I do not think belongs there. 10 days. 10 days. You pumped. BC opens with Colgate. Let's just chalk off 1 on our way to 8 there on the win total for your team, my team, the Boston College Eagles.